October the 26th, slime moulds. If you had to pick the most unusual or curious of all London's creatures, slime moulds would certainly be contenders. They are not plants or fungi as you might expect, but are more closely related to protozoa and soil amoebae in particular. For all intents and purposes, they often just look like small sheets or lumps of live protoplasm. Now is a good time to look for them as they prefer to live in damp, moist places. Probably the best places to look are on the surface of rotting wood or leaf litter, although they can be found on live or dead bark, on the surface of dead plant stems or grasses, and even discarded straw or sawdust. There is not usually much to see or enjoy after sustained heavy rain, but this is a very good time to hunt for them. Their life cycle is very odd and in two main phases. The first is what we call the plasmodium stage, where they look and act like a giant amoeba. This is usually just a centimetre or two across, but can be the size of a dinner plate. In this state, the slime mould slowly flows over the surface of dead wood, engulfing bacteria, fungi, and other organisms as it goes. Some can travel several meters in this state, and even specimens brought indoors are known to wander. This may go on for hours or perhaps a few days before it stops, shrinks a little, and then enters its second phase. This phase involves producing an often dotted mass of fruiting bodies, which then release their spores before the entire organism seems to disappear. If these fruiting bodies or sporangia, it is these fruiting bodies or sporangia that are worth examining with a lens or microscope due to their bizarre shapes and colours. They vary in form greatly. Some look like miniature puffballs, and many like tiny clusters of sausages set on sticks. Others have the appearance of clusters of tiny fans. However, it is their colours that make searching for them so worthwhile. Many have a shiny metallic luster and almost look like tiny multicoloured iridescent beads or jewels. Sadly, because of their size, they largely go unnoticed by all but a number of ardent specialists. 800 species are known to exist, over a quarter of which have been found in London. One species, often noticed on fallen trunks, is Fuligo septica variety flower. It has a bright, egg-yellow plasmodium stage, which looks not unlike scrambled egg. Another large species, which is frequently seen on old tree stumps, is Brefeldia maxima. Its off-white plasmodium can look a little like spilt porridge. Few have English names, but Lycogala species are called wolf's milk, possibly because they can sometimes look like drops of creamy milk dotted across the surface of wood. There is one in London with a scarlet plasmodium and another with a bright pink sporangia. Others, such as Deminotis species, have sporangia that look like coral or sea anemones, or, as in the case of Criterium minutum, minute wine glasses. The fruiting bodies of Pericina corticalis, which shows a marked preference for ash logs, could easily be confused for fish eggs. Similarly, Didymium minus, which has pale turquoise sporangia, is best looked for on the dead stems of rosebay willow herb. Possibly easier to find, Physarium cinereum forms tiny white or grey spots on grass leaves and seems to be very fond of lawns. The stars of the show, once seen rarely forgotten, are those with iridescent metallic lusters on the surface of their drumstick sporangia. For example, the common Physarum leucophaeum, with its perfect spheres of powder blue, and the similar but much rarer Lamproderma echinulatum, which has been found on an old tree stump in Kew Gardens.